We've all heard the stories. It's a Mercedes. It's built to last. Or the best one. It's a Lexus. It'll run forever. And look, I get it. The badge makes you feel like you're buying quality. But in 2026, the market is absolutely flooded with used luxury cars that are more myth than machine. Today, we're busting the 5 most expensive myths that are quietly draining your bank account. And I mean quietly, because the damage doesn't show up until 6 months after you've signed the paperwork. If you're shopping for a used luxury car right now, do me a favor. Watch this first. Watch this before you sign anything. Because the truth about these cars, it's ugly, and nobody is telling you. If you're new here, welcome to Dusty's Dirty Deals, the channel where we tear down the lies the car industry doesn't want you to hear. We don't work for dealerships. We don't have sponsors. We just have the truth and 25 years under the hood. Hit subscribe, tap the bell, and let's get into it. Let me set the scene. The used luxury car market in 2026 is in a very specific state right now. We're seeing 3-year-old lease returns flooding the market. Range Rovers, BMW X5s, Mercedes GLE, Audi Q7s, they're coming off lease in waves, and the prices look incredible. You're looking at cars that were 60, 70, 80,000 pounds new, sitting there for 20, 25 grand. And your brain says, that's a bargain. Your brain is wrong. Here's what people don't understand. These cars were engineered for a 3-year lease, not a 20-year lifespan. The hardware is designed to be brilliant for 36 months, and then quietly fall apart. The sensors, the suspension, the software, all of it has a shelf life, and that shelf life ends right around the time you're picking up the keys at a used lot. So let's go through the 5 myths that cost people thousands, sometimes tens of thousands, every single year. Myth number 1, it's built better. This is the big one. This is the myth that sells more used luxury cars than anything else. People hear German engineering and they think indestructible. They think solid. They think over-engineered. And that was true 30 years ago. Today, what you're actually buying is complexity, not quality. Complexity. Let me show you. Take a standard air suspension system on a 10-year-old Range Rover. That system has 4 air springs, a compressor, a valve block, a height sensor on each corner, and a control module that talks to all of them. That's over a dozen individual failure points on a single system that just holds the car up. Compare that to a Toyota Land Cruiser. Steel coil springs, 2 shock absorbers. Done. One of those systems costs 400 quid to fix. The other one, 3,000 to 5,000. And that's at an independent. Dealer rate, double it. The truth is, more expensive doesn't mean better built. It means more built. More parts, more sensors, more software, more things that break. And when they break expensively. Myth number 2, parts are just as cheap as a normal car. I hear this all the time. Oh, it's just a car, isn't it? Parts are parts. No, they are not. Let me give you a real example. A throttle body on a Ford Focus, genuine part, around 100 pounds. Now the same component, a throttle body on a BMW 5 Series, 450 pounds, same function, same size, 4.5 times the price. And it's not just under the bonnet. A wing mirror on a Mercedes S-Class with the blind spot sensor, the heating element, and the auto-fold motor, 800 to 1,200 pounds for a mirror. If someone clips it in a car park, you're looking at over $1,000 before labor. The parts are bespoke. They're made in smaller batches. They use proprietary connectors, and the manufacturer knows you have no choice. There's no will-fit alternative for a lot of these components. You either pay the price or the car sits on your drive. Myth number 3, mileage doesn't matter on a luxury car. You hear this everywhere. Oh, it's only done 40,000 miles. It's barely run in. And for the engine, maybe. But for everything else, age is the silent killer. Rubber hoses dry out and crack regardless of mileage. Seals harden and leak whether the car has done 5,000 miles or 50,000. Sensors that sit in heat-soaked conditions for years develop internal corrosion, and wiring looms. The nervous system of a modern luxury car become brittle. I had a client bring me a 2017 Audi A8 with 28,000 miles on the clock. Looked immaculate, garaged its whole life, but the air suspension had failed on one corner, the MMI screen had gone dark, and 3 parking sensors were dead. Why? Because rubber degrades, capacitors age, connectors oxidize. Time doesn't care about mileage. If you're buying a used luxury car, low miles can actually be worse than high miles. A car that's been driven regularly keeps its fluids moving, keeps its seals lubricated, keeps its battery cycling. A car that sat in a garage for years, that's a museum piece pretending to be a daily driver. Myth number 4, any good independent specialist can fix it. This one hurts because it used to be true. 10 years ago, a good independent could do 90% of the work on a luxury car. They had the diagnostic tools. They had the parts access. They had the knowledge. But the manufacturers have changed the game. Many modern luxury cars now have software locked systems, meaning even if your independent mechanic has the right tool and the right part, the car won't accept it unless it's been coded by the manufacturer's proprietary software. Take BMW's latest steering rack calibration. You can physically bolt on the new part, but the car won't recognize it until a dealer-level technician logs into BMW's server and authorizes the component. That's not engineering, that's a paywall. Land Rover is even worse. Some of their diagnostic sessions now require a live connection to Jaguar Land Rover's server in the UK. If the internet goes down, if the server's busy, you wait, and you pay for every minute of that wait at dealer labor rates. 150, sometimes 200 pounds an hour. So when someone tells you, just find a good independent, ask them this: does that independent have a live server subscription? Can they calibrate a ZF 8-speed gearbox through manufacturer cloud software? Because if they can't, you're going back to the dealer, and the dealer knows it. Myth number 5, luxury hybrids and EVs have zero maintenance. This is the newest myth, and in some ways, it's the most dangerous one because it sounds logical. No combustion engine, no oil changes, electric motor, fewer moving parts. Should be cheaper to run, right? In theory, yes. In practice, battery management systems on luxury PHEVs and EVs are incredibly complex. And if the manufacturer decides to stop supporting the software, which happens, Your car becomes a very expensive paperweight. I've seen it with first-generation Porsche Cayenne hybrids. The battery pack on those costs north of £8,000 to replace, and the car is worth 12. So you're spending 65% of the car's value on a single component. And it gets worse. Some luxury EVs require software updates that can only be done over the air, meaning the car needs a stable internet connection and active manufacturer support. When a model gets discontinued or the software reaches end of life, the car can develop phantom faults, reduced range, and sometimes won't charge properly. And there's no local mechanic fix for a software problem that lives on a corporate server 6,000 miles away. So, here's the reality. I'm not telling you to never buy a used luxury car. I'm telling you to go in with your eyes wide open. Know what you're signing up for. If you're a home mechanic, if you can do your own diagnostics, if you've got the time and the skills, yes, there are absolute bargains out there. A V8 that purrs, an interior that makes you feel like royalty, a driving experience you can't get for the same money anywhere else. But if you're a consumer, if you're someone who takes the car to a garage and says, "Now fix it," then the hidden costs are a trap. You're not buying a car. You're financing the previous owner's depreciation. You're inheriting every deferred repair, every aging sensor, every brittle hose they walked away from when the lease ended. The badge on the bonnet? It doesn't pay the repair bill. You do. If you want to keep your money where it belongs, in your pocket, then subscribe to Dusty's Dirty Deals. We don't just talk about cars. We tear them apart and show you the truth. If this video helped you, drop a like. That little button tells YouTube to show this to more people who need to hear it before they make a £20,000 mistake. And leave me a comment. What's the most expensive repair you've ever been hit with on a used luxury car? I want to hear your horror stories. Now, next week, we're looking at a car that half the country drives every day without realizing it has a catastrophic design flaw in its cooling system. The manufacturer knows, the dealers know, but nobody's talking about it. Until now. I'll see you there.